Hi Divas, I'm starting this video now. This is diamond painting DP with Sparklers, Tina and her sparkler kit. This is the test kit, the play kit, the use the new bling, how to use the bling kit, and I am going to be doing it for you so that you can see. She does a really good job on her own site. Has a YouTube that says Design Your Shine with Teemaw, T-E-E-M-A-W, Itty Bitty Butterfly with Bling Kit. But I'd like to show you up close and personal what it comes with, and I already did an unboxing of it with some diamonds that I purchased from her, but I would like to show you what I'm using and how I do her kit and how easy it is to use the sparklers suggested. So I'm going to be using, instead of the pen that comes with her kit and that wax, I'll be using that when I get to the regular drills, the regular round drills. What I'm going to be using is I use a wax pencil that I sharpen in a regular little, plastic sharpener that you get at Staples or Walmart or whatever, and a pretty placer. A pretty placer is also a wax crayon, and you can sharpen it in the larger side of a pencil sharpener, and it's just diamond painting wax that's in a cylinder. I like to put a squishing on top of the pencil so that it doesn't, my hand doesn't cramp up when I'm doing it. So I'm going to be following along in her video and then stopping it and working on the painting as she has suggested. Now I'm going to be doing mine upside down, so don't hate me on this, but I'm going to be doing it upside down so that you can see me do it very, in your viewpoint better than this. So I'm going to go get my cup of tea. I'm going to get started with Tina, and I'll show you the first steps. Well, the very first step is, peeling back the plastic of where you're going to work. So I'm going to peel it back partially so that it's down toward the end, because I think most of the work is going to be done right in the center. So let me go get my tea. Alrighty, now I think I'm ready. Alright, let me put on Teemaw. I will, since she has her own video out, which I will link down below, I will be linking her thing. Like I said, I'll link it down below, but I won't be showing any of her video on this. First, I don't know how to do that, and second, you can go to her video and see that as well. I just want to see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. Let's get this
However,
moving.
we're going to be replacing lots of those, and it will also come
These
with
are the this is the replacement kit.
These instructions, I have tried the best I can on here to explain where to put all of the drills, the special drills, and how to put them there. Now, down here it does say see demo for the slivers, and that's part of what I'm going to show you today. We're going to go over what's in this bling kit. Okay, so let's see.
Okay, first of all, in the bling kit, I want to show you what does come in it. And if you've seen it before, I apologize, but the bling kit comes with instructions as to where to put certain things. It comes with some AB drills, which some of you are already used to. A purple, a yellow, and a white AB. They have the Aurora Borealis coating on them. That's a special drill. Let's see, we have the square, the quads, it's like a pearl. We have a purple gem quad. We have, let's see, what is that one? Okay. We have two gems, a yellow and a blue, that are the crystals. we have a yellow half pearl, and we have like a black, a rainbowed, like a peacock black half pearl as well. And then we have what she calls slivers. They are blue and they cover over 3 or 4 places in length. So I'm really interested as to where she's going to put those. So those are the special drills that come with the kit that we will be using today. Now, let's see. I'm going to check out Tina for a second, and then I'll be right back. One of the first things she remarks on is she never liked the white. You could see the white inside of the black square right in the center. Can I show you a little bit, even a little bit closer? Right in here, there's a white dot. She suggests, and now I'm going to get the 310 black half pearl out. She suggests that you take a Sharpie, and now you have to do it right away. Okay, she says take a Sharpie and fill it in. See, this is going to be a round half pearl going in a square. When you put a round in a square, you're going to see little pieces of the tip of white out around the edges of it, because it, you know, when you put rounds together, you have these little diamonds, open spaces in between, and you're going to see the back of the canvas from it. So what she does is she took a Sharpie and she colored in that block. But what you need to do is you need to place it, you need to place this immediately so that it still stays sticky. Now, come on now. Alright, now it's going to give me problems. Here we go. Now I'm going to do it with the pretty placer, and I'm going to stick it right in here. Okay. She also said what she did was, now I'm going to take the 310s out of here. The 310s out of the pack. Oh, that's 823. Should do 823 or 310 in here? Oh, that is the 823. Alright, because it looks like a 310, but it's not. Okay. 823. Black. Alright. Take a few of those. What she did was she colored in also around it. She colored in all the 4 so that she could put the regular ones in the corners, the regular rounds in each of the corners. I'm going to push this over just a smidge. That last corner isn't going in there. Alright. So that it covers up the little arrows. You don't see the little arrows around it. See, they're bigger than a normal round, so that's why they need that extra area. And another thing she did not like the pink going down through the main body of it. What she did was she colored in with a Sharpie this whole pink area, and she put the black down the body. So that's what I'm going to do too. She just put the black drills down on top of it, and she said if you do it right away after you color the area, it's going to stay. The glue is not affected by the Sharpie at that point. Okay. 2 more. Did I get them all in place and tight enough? 1 more at the end. No, don't you go down there. 1 more at the end. Okay. There we go. So that's how she started. That's how she did the center of that. So let me put this back. Most of the special drills are going to go in the center of the butterfly. Most, I say, most. All right, I'm going to cover up the Sharpie so that I don't get it all over my tablecloth. Okay, now what's next, Tina? I think she said she used the quad cubes, the pearls, anywhere there was 4 whites together. Now I know these in the butterfly, the 4 whites together are in there, so let me do those next. All right. Yep, half pearl, middle of number 12 white, which is a little flower symbol. Really? The little flower symbol is not on there. I don't know what she means by that, but I saw it in the video where it goes here. It is a little check mark. The whites are check marks. So, and yes, they have lots of static. So they're not behaving. They're not staying on my... Oh, jeez. Usually you can get rid of some of the static with a cloth. Now it decided it wanted to jump. So I'm going to put there. She also has quad cubes that have facets in them. These are pearlized, so there are no facets, but she felt that they looked better. But in her video, she shows some of each. All right, and you just put that down in the center where you have 4 together in a block. Now she did this one as well. All right, she did it all down the sides of the flutterby. That was the original name for these things, flutterby, not butterfly, because they would flutter by. Right? I know, right? Cool. I do. Oh, come on. I love butterflies, don't you? But I don't know if I'm loving these quads because of the static. They're sticking all over my hands. I think that one goes on there too, but let me see what I have at the end here. I have plenty. Here we go. In here. Move it up so you can see what I'm doing there. Yep. Come on. Oh! Do not jump out onto the canvas. It's sticky there, and I don't want you there. I will be cutting out occasionally when the sump pump gurgles and when big old trucks roll by and make a whole lot of noise next to my window. So if you see the video jumping from place to place, that is the reason why. Alright, and she does put them down here too in these quads. They're all for inside of the butterfly. Come on now. And here we go. Those are the inside of the butterfly. I do have 2 more, but I see a lot. Okay, they're the yellows. Oh, and I have another 2 that jumped out of the tray on me. So, where am I going to put these? Where can I put these for? Or just keep them? Did I miss any pearl quads on here? No, I did not. So, I have a few extra. And I like that she includes a few extra because now I have a sample pack, you know, with the leftovers, and I know what I'd be ordering if I ordered some more. Right? Alright. And just like the black half pearl, I only need 1, but I have 2. So, then she says, the next one is quad cube deep purple. Where is my deep purple quad cubes? This one. And they go in the bottom here, in the two little ends here. We'll pull it up here. The 2 little ends here at the bottom. And there's a couple here. So I need, and there's 2 in there, so 2, 4, 6. Let's see. Let me open them up. Pour them in. The gems don't seem to be as staticky as some of the others. So let's put those in here. Down here. Oopsie, come on now. Oh, that was a pearl, so now I have to put that back in the pearl. Alright, where did I find them? Here. And here. 2 more. Shake, shake, shake. Come on. On this side. And on this side. There we go. Now, I gotta put these away. The pearl in the pearl thing, the quad in the quad thing. I have 1 purple quad left. How many of the white ones? 5. I had 5 of the white pearls left. Oops. Alright, and according to her sheet, the next one to work on is I did those. The crystal ABs in the butterfly. These. So the yellow, she has me doing the yellow ABs next. I want to do the sparklers next. The Caribbeans in the wings. Which is, oh, I see. The Caribbean sparklers. They go in these little things in the wings here. Can you see that? Alright, so let's do those Caribbean sparklers next. Now, you will find some of the same symbols around the outside edge. For instance, these little swirly gigs that I'm putting these Caribbean sparklers, you see the same one around the outside edge, but these are only for inside the butterfly. So we want to make sure that we just do inside the butterfly. And line them up real good. Sometimes they like to drop where they don't belong. But you can prevent that. There we go. Alright. Here. Alright. Just to make sure. Just to make sure I do have enough for both sides, and where I'm hoping to put them, I am going to, I'm sure she gave me enough, but what I'm saying is I just want to do the opposite side of what I just did to keep it symmetrical. You know, just in case. I think Tina gave me everything that I needed, but other companies may or may not do that. So I am, oh, come on now, stay down. Oh, I see why it's not behaving. This one, this particular one, has the foiling on the wrong side. Okay, so the sparkle was down instead of up. So I just needed to replace that one. And that's why you get extras. That's why you are given extras, because sometimes inadvertently you get the foiling on the wrong side. And that's just part of the hazard of working with the crystals. Just to make sure you know that. That is normal. You just have to weed those suckers out as you're going through them. right. Shake, 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 shake. Alright, that's that part. Now where... sticky, sticky. Where else do I see the squigglies within the butterfly? I see some down here. I hope I have... and I see some way down at the bottom. So, let me see, where did she put them? Did she put them... She didn't put them in the center bottom that I can see, but she did do them down here at the very bottom of the flutterby. There is enough for that. Here we go. I like it down there. I like them a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. See how easy it is to use a wax stick? You can use the wax stick for your regular drills as well. And you don't have to press hard to get it to stick. And it leaves no residue on the diamonds and the sparklers themselves. Alright, is there any place else? I have 3 left, so no. No. I could put one down at the very bottom down there. At the bottom of the tail, here. Okay. I have 2 more, but I don't want to use these 2 because I want to keep it in the little baggie. If I can find the little baggie I just had for them. Here they are. I want to have 2 left so I can have this little sample pack and find them very easily. Alright, a little more tea. Okay. Alright, now these yellows in the center of the butterfly go in, the yellow sparklers go in the middle here, and they go as much as I can do in the top here of the butterfly. So let's dump them into my tray. Shake the booty around here. And I'm going to start at the bottom of the butterfly and move up. Just because it's easier for me that way. And I'm going to pull this up so that I can work on it that way. Okay. So you can see what I'm doing. I am ringing the pearl quad down here with the sparklers. And this is really neat. Once you learn what some good areas are to do the sparklers in, you can go to your own diamond paintings and say you want some sparkles in, like the waves on a lake or an ocean. You want them like for the sun, where the sun glistens and dazzles. You can order sparklers from Tmall. You can either count or guesstimate how much it will take. You can count the squares if you'd like, and then let her know how many you might need, or she'll tell you that this container or that container, you know, this amount or that amount. You can only get them in packets of certain amounts. So she'll tell you what you need. If you tell her how many, she'll tell you which packet or how many packets you need to purchase in order to get that many. Okay? She is very accessible to you, very good customer service. She will answer your emails and your questions. And she will, if you send her a picture of what you're doing, she may even have some color suggestions for you if you're not sure. So just ask. I mean, it's very approachable. I have to watch my time because I soon have to go run off to work. But, okay, that's the bottom. Okay, this was better below, right, so that it didn't. Alright, I'm going to go into the wings on each side here. Yeah, you didn't need the glare from that. And again, I'm going to do the matching side right away so that I always have it matching on both sides of the flutterby. I hope that doesn't bother you because I'm going to be saying flutterby instead of butterfly just for this kit because I like it. Because I like it. Okay. Here we go. You know, all our days need a little more sparkle, I think. We need some sparkle and shine in the dull days of winter. We need them if we feel a little bit seasonally affected. I think bling, bling, bling. You know what? My mom's a hairdresser. And yesterday when she was doing my hair, she also had a patron in. It was in her 90s, early 90s. She is still spry. She walks all the time. She walks all over the golf course. She plays golf still and drives. And she has all her wits about her. She's so awesome. She came in yesterday with the blingiest pair of sneakers I've ever seen. So cool. She had sparkly sneakers, and she says she has lots of sparkle on her shoes, and I just think that's so much fun. That's how I want to be at 90. I'm telling you. I want to be Miss Sparkle at 90. In fact, I can do that at 61, can't I? So she's not afraid to walk around with a little bit of bling showing. I think that's fantastic. Fantastic. So there's your inspiration for the day. A 90-year-old who still walks the golf course, as often as she can and blings her shoes. I think she buys them that way, but you know what? That would be fun to find out. Can we bling our shoes? Is there a glue? I bet there is. Strong enough to bling our own shoes with sparklers. Now that would be fun to try. What do you think? Should we do that on another video? I have plain sneakers and I have fancy sneakers that I can bling. That I will do on a future video. So look out for that. If you are finding content that you like here, please like and subscribe when you have a moment while you're watching this. I also do Diamond Art Club sneak peeks. So ring the little notification bell at the bottom, and it will let you know when new videos are out, when the sneaker video comes out, and when the sneak peeks come out, and when our Tuesday night Tea and Talk Tuesdays live, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when the Workbasket community gets together to have some fun, to encourage each other, and to whip along together, work in progress along together. So bring your favorite beverage, your work in progress, and your sense of humor, and come along on Tuesday night and join the Workbasket community to get to know us, we can get to know you. Okay, now so I do have some yellows left. Is there anything that I missed on the inside of the butterfly? No. I'll leave them toward the end to see. Alright, so now, and we do have yellow. Oh shoot, I need to go very shortly to work. Alright, we do, another quad we have is for the yellow, yellow half pearls, and they go in the flowers around the edges. So I'll do that now. And then I will have to come back to you later after I get back from work. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Oops, come on now you. Need the bigger crayon for that. There we go. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Yeah, they go nicely on the edges like that. That's neat. I like the way these are put all around the edges so that it can bring your eye all over the painting. One thing you want to do if you're replacing regular drills with ABs or with bling or sparkle is you want to make sure that you have them all around the painting so that your eye is carried from place to place in the painting. You don't want them all globbed in one area unless you want that to be of special emphasis. But it's neat to have them all over the canvas. See these yellows around the outside? Keep your vision going in a circle, and then you can go inside and you can see the pearls on the inside, and then you see the sparkly bling. And the next thing I'm going to do when I get back are the slivers, and then we'll do the ABs, and we'll talk about the placement of those when I get back. It'll be half a shake of a lamb's tail for you, but it'll be a couple hours for me. So alright, I will see you. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, I actually have a few more minutes left, so I'm going to start the slivers. Now these are the letter A, and they go over 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she has them replacing 4 at a time. Now she said they aren't exact. I'm going to do... But she said you can place them pretty evenly. Oh, I see. Okay. She does have it up there so that that's left. She has them... I'm looking at her video at the same time. Okay, she's got 2 here. So they go over 3 at a time, it looks like. She's got... Yeah. Okay. She went over that G, I think. But she went 3 and 3. Here. Right here there's a, I'll show you. Pushes them together pretty close here. Right here, if you can see it. Move it over. Right here. You can see there's a letter G at the end of this row of A's, but they're just a little bit longer than 3 and 3. So to place 2 of them on, you're going to be placing it over that letter G as well. Okay? Alright. And she does have one. They're more than 3. She does have one here and here. I'm going to bring you out just a bit so you can see where I'm at. Okay, I'm going to do that. Now, here and here. And it goes over the white one. There's like 3 white ones, but it goes over part of one of them. So that's the only thing that I would kind of be concerned about. Kind of be concerned, but not completely.
Over here on the right, that is a quad cube. See, it has facets. And I love quad cubes. They're versatile in both a round or a square painting where there's 4 spaces you want to cover up.
I want to see the top of that.
Here's a quad pearl. And this one doesn't have facets. And I just happen to like the look of the pearls better on this butterfly, so we included the pearls.
Alright, can I see the top of that? Okay, she does that one too. Okay. She's doing this one as well. It's over 3, but it's a little more than 3. So it can be a skosh taller and a skosh smaller too. Now, I'm not sure about the very top of the butterfly. I can't see that from her. But I see other areas. Let me go down here. She doesn't do any in the center. She does this one. So I'll do that one on this side as well. Okay, making sure that since it's only 3, it's a little bit over on the bottom and a little bit over on the top. This is 6 across here, so I'm definitely going to use them here. And again, it kind of covers up a little bit of the white one. And you may have to, yeah, she does. She does that. She kind of moves it into the center so that it is partially on the white one before it and partially on the white one after it, so that you can still get those on there. Now I'm going to press them down really tight. Once I get them on, I'm going to make sure that they are seated very tightly, because I guess I could have used them down the center of there too. See, the canvas wants to buckle a little bit, but these are very flat, so you do want to make sure. Alright, and she does go down to the bottom. Let me see a little bit more here where she has the slivers.
Also, not a lot of people know about it. Okay, now on the slivers, it says see demo, and that's what I did with my slivers.
Okay, now I see it at the bottom. She goes down here. Can you see where I'm going? She goes right down to that purple quad. She puts 2, 3 in there. Oh, that's nice. That works out very nicely. 3 in a row there. Let's do that on this side. 1. Make sure it's nice and lined up. 2. 3. Ooh, I like the way that lined up. And then she does the one up here right next to it. Up at the top here. That goes in very nicely. And that one will go in there very nicely. Okay. She does this one across the bottom here. Anywhere there's 3, basically, she does she does it. I'm going to make sure it's seated in because they can like wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. She has... Okay, well she replaced a little bit in here. It's only 2, but I'm going to put a 3 there. Because she did. See right in this center here? Alright, now there are 2 areas right here on each side that can use a 3. I think since rounds are larger than squares, and these are just bigger than 3 rounds, it probably can go over 4 squares fairly nicely. But I would have to test that out to be sure. Alright, I got it up there. Now does she do 2 of them? No, she uses the light blue one there. Let me check out where else on the Flutterby. Oh, I think at the very top again, I can go back and do like the very top of the wings here. I didn't do that before. I'm going to put 2 on each side here. At the very top. She did that. Come on, seat in there correctly. Since this is the very edge of the wing, I don't want to go over too far over that way, but I would rather go a little bit more to the inside on that one, even if I have to cover up some of the drill space. And that is exactly what happened. Alright, oh, there's another one. There's another 3-way here and here. Let's do that. On each side. Anywhere else I think I could put them. Now remember, you can go over top of another drill. Let's see. Got that one. I've got all those at the bottom that she does. Push this over a little bit. Where else do I want to put them? I kind of want to put them I don't know. I have a few left. Maybe I'll put one here and cover over one of the oranges. Alright. And I think I want to put one in here too. And I will still have a few left. Yeah, that's what I want to do. There we go. There. Now there are some A's in the center here. I have 3 left. Can I use 2? Right in the center. She doesn't seem to do that. She uses the light blue there. But I'm thinking maybe... maybe I'll put it right up the center, and it, not using the A's, but using the other light blue here. I like that. I'm going to put them right up the center. I'm going to put 2 of them right there. Right in there. There we go. Then I have 1 sliver left for my sample. See, I'll put it right down the center here. Aha. All right, now I will go to work. And I will see you later. Okay, it looks like the purple sparklers go around the white pearls. So I can do a few of those. So we can see how that looks like around the white pearls. Can you see what I'm doing here? These are the purple ABs. They're not sparklers, but they're the Aurora Borealis. They go right around the white ABs. Aren't they pretty? They're really nice. She gets some really wonderful drills in. I can telephoto you in just even a little bit closer. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Did that one. Okay. There we go. And again, I apologize if the video jumps a little bit. I try to delete the truck noises that are going on outside. Now I like the way she did this, 2 on each side, but leaving it open, leaving the pattern, not completely ringing it in a square. Just doing the sides and leaving the corners open for the other color. I like how you did that. Now let's go on to this side, these 3 over here. Yeah. This is the perfect little tester butterfly, tester painting to do this. So I recommend getting the tester kit, and then you have a few samples of each of the different kinds of things that she sells, and gives you an idea of where it would be good for you to change out within any kit that you have. Anything that the sun shines on rather brightly, that needs to reflect some light. Some will be more sparkly than others. And this one decided to fall. So I'm going to hem him in. Alright, and there's a couple at the top. Okay, now these go inside the yellow crystals. That's neat. And that gives you even more of an effect. Yeah, that goes. Now we'll do the one on the other side. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Now those purples have been blinged out. Come back out here. Put away the extras. And on to the next color. Hi, I'm back from work. And I want to get back to this beautiful butterfly. I'm going to finish putting the ABs on with you. and the rest will be diamond painting. I will get it done off camera so that you don't have to watch me place all kinds of little things. Okay, so the yellow ABs, they are for the upside down Ys and around the vines, around the outside of the butterfly. The crystals were for the inside. The ABs are for the vines on the outside. So let's start adding the ABs to the outside of the butterfly. Oh, and I've got one on the plastic, so come here. Okay. They want to jump off and take a flying leap, I think. Sometimes the static makes them want to abandon ship, and we need them to stay on. Okay. Here we go. So, do you do whip and chats? Do you chat with other people when you are doing your work in progress? Do you connect with other people? Do you listen to books on tape? Do you watch YouTubes? Other whips on YouTubes? Do you chat with a friend on the phone? What do you do while you are doing your diamond painting? Perhaps you get caught up on other series, other television or movie series while you are pointing away. Do you go outside and diamond paint? What is your favorite place and your favorite thing to do while you're diamond painting? I'd love to know. Perhaps you can put that in the comments below. Do your pets help you or hinder you during your diamond painting? Often they can be a hindrance, getting in the way, putting hair somewhere near your diamond painting accidentally. I have long hair, so sometimes my own hair gets stuck in the midst of the glue, and I have to take tweezers and attack it to get it off. That's not always the funnest thing. So that's some of it. Now the reason I use a wax pencil to put on the ABs and some of the specials, it's because the coating can come off. The special coating can peel off, and if you use sticky wax in a pen, one, the copper pen can scratch the drill, can scratch the coating off the top. Two, it can really stick it so that when you put it down, it peels the special coating off the top. Or sometimes you pull the pen up and all the coating is stuck to the top of the drill and is no longer in your pen. That's frustrating. So then you've got to go back with your fingernail and pop it off of the canvas. Right? That way you've got to pull it off the canvas, and you could drop it somewhere on the canvas, or it could get stuck. Sometimes if you're multi-placing, you're going to get some stuck to the canvas, and then that interferes with the gluing of other drills near there. So I don't like to do that. So these are just the right amount of wax. Nothing can stick to the drill. It's not sticky, so sticky that it's going to pull the coating off of the drill. It's just sticky enough, almost like, you know, when you used to wet your finger and try to pick up little pieces of confetti, or, you know, the little hole punch holes, whatever, that you're just making it sticky enough to pick up that one little piece of paper or something. Well, basically that's what these wax crayons are like. They are not so sticky that, you know, it's not like super glue in there, but it's just perfect enough to hold a drill long enough to place it where it needs to be on the canvas. If you don't know where to get these wax pencils, they can be sold. They are sold places where you can find nail art, fingernail art, and you can find them at AliExpress, on Amazon, on, is it Temu? T-E-M-U, I think that's a new place that has some. You can get them in bundles of, you know, 2, 10, 12, 25, or 24, whatever. You can get them in bundles. So it's not always, they're worth it. I have a group of 12, I think, and I've sold most of them off of my Etsy shop. I don't have many left. The 3 or 4 I did have left, I like to break them in half and use them one half at a time, because the ones that I got were really long. And then I like to put this I like to slide the squishy on it as well, because it's easier on my fingers that way, easier on my wrists. Okay. Oh, I'm just going right around the sides of the painting. Come on. Okay, I hope you can see how that is coming out. Come on, baby, get in there in the middle. I'll do the yellows. I'll start the white, and then I'll finish everything off camera and come back and show you the finished product later on. Okay. I can say that my son found the apartment he was looking for. He and a friend are going to move in together to help share the rent expense. And they both like video games, and one is a video game streamer. So he's going to have some company playing games on his channel. And they like a lot of the same things. They were in in school together, grew up together, and have many of the same interests. They've known each other for a long time. They're in their 30s now, and both of them are single. And, you know, they just are independent type of guys. They don't want to be living at home anymore. They want their own place, naturally. So now they're actually getting it done. Now, my son has been in an apartment by himself for over a year, and he is just tired of being so far away from home. It's an hour away to get to his apartment, and he just wants to be closer to family, and I can't blame him. And I'd love to have him closer. So I was helping him out with moving in expenses. My grandson just turned into a teenager this afternoon. He turned in 13 years of age. March 3rd, 2023, we now have a teenager in our family. I cannot imagine. It just feels like not that long ago, this little doozer was toddling around our living room, trying to change the TV channel because he loved the TV changer buttons. And we gave him one, finally we gave him one without batteries in it, and when he would click it, we would change the buttons from our changer because we had two of them. It was really funny. Anyway, that is ancient history. And we used to call him Bug. And now he's a teenager. It's just unbelievable how fast these kids grow. And now he needs to teach me how to run the chat streaming software. Apparently he's been streaming with his friends on his games, and I never knew it. So he knows how to work the software that I do not. Isn't that always the case? You'll learn about it from your grandkids. They know more about technology, and I'm not a slouch at technology. I'm really not. Because I play some online games too, and mainly the ones that are on Steam. I like the building, farming, quest type of games where you have little errands to run and do, and you can build things, you can build your own community, and there's interaction with other characters and that kind of thing. And a very slow-paced game. That's what I like. And I don't get to play it very often, once a week at the most, because I have you fun people to interact with, to create videos for, to encourage. One of my goals for this channel is whoever comes and visits with me, whether it be coming and seeing a video, or whether it be at our live, Tuesday Night Live, Tea and Talks, in any way, or emails, whatever. I want to be an encouragement to you. I want to bless you. And I don't want to be a hindrance to you in any way. I'd like to, if you come in a bad mood, you are welcome. And let us know, and we will we'll come up behind you. We'll in a good way. It sounded really weird. No. We'll help lift you up with our words if you need it. Or if you need to just come by, you don't have to tell us you're not feeling good. We'll just hopefully make you laugh at some point during the live, or some point during one of the videos, and we'll give you some encouragement, and hopefully, as scouts we were told to leave a place better than we find it. I want to leave people better than I find them. Either that, or they leave me better than they find me. That also happens quite frequently. So I always look forward to our Tuesday night chats. I hope more of you can join. I looked at the stats, which I don't often look at my YouTube stats very often, and more than half of you are not subscribed yet. The best thing that you can do to help me out, free, is to click the like and subscribe below, and click the little notification bell, and that tells YouTube that if other people are looking for diamond painting content, or crafty content, planner content, junk journal content, that kind of thing, that they may want to look up this channel, that they might boost this channel on, the promotion screens. When you get onto YouTube and they show suggested videos, well, if you click those buttons for me, my video will be suggested to those who are looking for other ones. So I would really love it if you could do that. If you enjoy the content here, if not, you can do nothing and whatever you want to do. But it does help. That's a free way that you can help me. Another way that you can help is they like to do watch hours. So if you're so inclined, and I understand if you don't want to or don't have the time or whatever, but and I really, this is a last resort. If you don't have time to finish a video or whatever, just maybe turn the volume down and leave it running in the background for the whole thing to go through, and that way it'll say to people that my content is worth watching all the way through. But I don't want you to do that if that's not normally the case. If you don't like my content, that's fine. Just click off whenever you find that it's no longer useful to you, so that I can learn. I can go back in the statistics and see where most people click off the video, and it's my job to then go back and see when that is and what's going on that I've lost your interest, and to go in and see if in my next couple videos I might be able to overcome that in some way, to help you, to encourage you to stay around longer, because that is what's going to bump up my watch hours and get me to the point where I can make some pennies off of the advertisements. I do not yet earn anything from the videos, but I'm so close. I am so close. But I'm hoping before the April is away, this is March now, but I'm hoping, I really want before March is over, but before April's over, definitely I will have enough to start monetization. And I really will only earn a few pennies. It's not like I'm going to earn buku bucks or anything. But it does help. It helps. It also tells me what you like and don't like. I know my planner videos are new and not everybody's into that. My journal entries are new and not everybody is into that. I also need to get involved. If you are in a Instagram group or a Reddit group or a TikTok group, whatever, and you like my content, feel free to suggest that to others in that community. And hopefully they'll find something here that they like as well. Okay, so enough of that business. I don't want to bore you with all that nonsense, but I just wanted to let you know in ways. Pretty soon I'm going to be starting a Patreon, and that is like a monthly gift that will help me out with getting things for the channel. And I'll pull you back out a little bit. Getting things for the channel to unbox and show you, to maybe buying me a cup of tea. There are some ways down below that if you'd feel so inclined to donate in any way, toward postage for Happy Mail, toward content, if you'd like to stay on the air, and feel free to donate through Buy Me a Coffee at Ko-fi.com, which really is buy me a cup of tea, because I like tea mostly. And it will help. It very much will help. But please, in no way are you expected to do anything like that. Okay, what I'm going to do now is the white ABs and all those check marks. We bring you in again. Da-da-da. Where are we? Here. here we are. All these white check marks are going to be the white AB. Okay? So I'll bring you out a bit, and I'll try to keep the content right in the middle here. I'll do the ABs with you. This spring, I think in June, my mom said she is renting a dumpster again and going out to our barn. Sometime I'll before we do that, I'll make some videos of the barn. Part of it needs to be redone. Part of it was redone years ago, but it's old. It is old. It used to be a tobacco factory, believe it or not. And we have found old tobacco drying racks and wooden shaping troughs, that kind of thing for cigars, and it's really been fun to go look at the antiques up there. For a while, we had the biggest barn in the local area. And we have some apartments next door, four half-house apartments. And over the years, from the 60s on, when people moved in there and they saw our big barn, can we use part of that for storage? Sure, sure. And they bring their stuff over to store, and then they never come pick it up. So we have some stuff in the garage that we have no idea what treasures are there in the garage. We've been going through all that, especially when we had the front of the garage redone. Now we're doing the back of the garage, the oldest part, the part that has a tractor in the bottom half, and the top floor still has some antiques, but we've pretty much gone through the antiques. I used to tease my mom, and when people say, ask my mom what her decorating scheme is, I always used to say early barn. Because what she would do is she would go out and find something in the barn and refinish it and repurpose it and use that in the house. And she really did an amazing job. And there's still some stuff out there. But we've been falling through the middle floor between the first and second floors because it's rotten, and the floor underneath it never really was put on cement pads or anything, so where the dampness has been getting underneath the corners, it's been starting to shift. So we need to jack it up and put a solid footer underneath that side of the barn, and that's not going to be an easy task. So we've got to get the dumpster out there in June and move some more stuff out of the barn and take as much out of that side of the barn as we can. Hopefully we will not fall through as we're doing that. That's the plan, Stan. So, I can take some videos before and after of our barn project, if you'd like. If that might sound interesting to you. I want to take some videos of my mom's garden. She used to go to garden shows, and she would get ideas from garden shows and do a little bit at home, just do them just a little bit. Not to the extent that the designers and things would, but she is good. She's very good with plants. And there's a lot I have to learn. So this year I got her a garden planner, and I'm encouraging her. I'm going to take pictures of the garden at different stages, different months of the year, and encourage her to write in what she does during that month to either prepare for the garden or, you know, how she, like over the winter, how she cares for the plants that are going to go back outside when the winter's over, and including the outdoor furniture, the outdoor decorations, and where we put them to store for the winter, and all that kind of stuff, that and all the different kinds of plants, and where they're at in the garden, and all that kind of neat stuff. For two reasons. For one, I think what she does is lovely. And second, there might come a time when I might need to do some of that without her around. God forbid. But if we look at life, that is what generally happens. And I will be completely lost taking care of the gardens around the house here without some kind of a guide. Now, she is 80. She's 80. She'll be 81 this year. So if I wait too much longer, she and I are both slowing down. If I wait too much longer, I won't have that opportunity. If you know what I mean. And I know you do know what I mean. So I will give you some garden tours on video as things come up in her garden, so that would help as well. It'll keep me motivated to take pictures and to show you what's going on outside. What else? Oh, there's just so much going on right now. We are trying to, like, we both have houses on. My grandmother gave me an acre and an eighth of our family property. We have about 15 acres. So she gave me about an acre and an eighth of our family property before she passed. And so we're on a big rectangle of property. And the short end, one of the short ends, is the homestead. And down, and that's where the road is. And ours is on the same short side toward the road. Back further from the road. But it's, you know, on the short side of the rectangle against the road. Anyway, so we built our house down the road. So we're just really a yard away. Not yard as in measurement, but yard as in grass. Grass to cut and mow. We can see my husband and my kids live in that. My husband and my daughter and her kids live in that house. And there really wasn't that much room for me as well, and all my crafty goodness and all that stuff. So I'm hoping I have enough of these to go around. Now that I'm doing them all around the outside, I may or may not have enough. We shall see. Okay. I always have more. So, we, down at the other house, we've lived there for 32 years now. And it needs a new kitchen, it needs new paint, it needs new flooring. We had 2 beagles for a long time, for 12 of those years, and you know, they're kind of hard on a carpet. And then my son had a pit bull for a while, and like all the animals are hard on the carpet. So we need new carpet, new flooring, new kitchen floor, new kitchen cabinets. We kind of built the house ourselves when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I could really only screw in outlet boxes because they wouldn't let me paint, they wouldn't let me do other things, but it was a kit house. It was like You bought the kit. They dump all the lumber on your lawn and say, go to it. Yeah. So that's what happened. And they had a company put in the septic system. They had a company put in the frame it, put up the frame and get it all plumb and level and everything and get it started. But we had everything else to do. We had to get it inspected then when we were finished to be sure that we did it right. So, but this was, like I said, 32 years ago, and some things need update. They definitely need updated. Come on now. So before I move back in, or before I move down there again with my husband and daughter and grandkids, I want the kitchen redone and the floors redone and new furniture in the living room. And if you saw the furniture that's in there now and the flooring that's in there now, you would not wonder why I would want those things. It would not be a surprise. When people used to ask what my decorating style is, it was always early toddler and late in-law. Which means whenever my in-laws would go out and get new furniture, they would ask if we wanted their old furniture. And yes, we did, because we did not have a whole lot of money, and most of our income was bound up in the mortgage and that kind of thing, and the housing, housing market was going up and down and all over the place in the 80s, early 80s. So we did our best. Now I want to mimic what I did on the other side, this side here. And I'd really like to get the antenna done in these as well. So anyway, when the kids were toddlers, it was always early toddler and late in-law. Not late as in passed on. That's this past few years. But late as in later in life. Oh my gosh. I really have to watch my terms, don't I? Alright, so what I want to do is now take what I have and go in and try to get them on the antenna. I want to do that yet. And if I don't have enough, I might as well just go get the extras that I already have on hand. And finish all this fun stuff that way. Now you're used to a whip and chat. My work in progress as I'm chatting away. Okay. Also on my site, very soon, since we're in the season of Lent, if you are Christians, Lent is a time when we are intentional about seeking God's guidance in asking forgiveness for the dumb stuff we do, and asking for more of Christ's gifts so that we can go out and be better exemplary people in the world today, better examples of how we are supposed to live our lives. And so yeah. So I am going to be putting up some of the devotions that I started recording last year during Lent. I didn't ever know if I was going to use them, but I believe I will. Just to see, whether you guys like them or not. So if you do watch them, if you are Christian and you want to watch them, that's wonderful. I would love to have your comments down below. And so if you see them, now a friend and I had written a book together called Drawing Nearer, and they are art and prayer practices put together. So I might be leading a group and going through a couple of those at some point. And if it takes off, we'll probably be separating that off into another YouTube channel. But right now, I just want to see from those who are Christians on this site and who are oh my gosh, I had just the perfect amount to get the antenna done. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I am going to get the rest of the white dots done, and then I'm going to go through the regular drills and start drilling the oh no, you know what? I have plenty more. What am I thinking? I just didn't dump them all out into here. I'm not thinking straight. That's because I just came from work and I need more tea. That's what it is. Oh, I'm so goofy. Okay, I have plenty of white left. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the top of the butterfly, then I'll do the bottom of the butterfly. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be under the Art and Spirit tab. I already have one of my personal art journals, introduced and a flip through on that part of the channel. It's my spiritual journal, and how art journaling helps me in my life. It may help you if you're whatever you're going through, and I hope to lead some classes in art journaling this coming year, because it is so meaningful for me, and so healing, just incredibly healing. I wish for everybody the same healing that I've been finding in art therapy and spiritual journaling. A way of listening and communicating with God, a way to really have an experience with God, not talk about God. So I'm hoping to do some of those, and if you're interested in that, make a comment down below of this video and let me know that you're interested in those videos, because it'll be a test. It'll be a test out to see what to do with that kind of content, either on this channel or branch out into a new one. And there will be times when I will have my co-author, the artistic Ms. Suzanne Halstead. She is my partner in spirit, partner in crime, partner in writing and retreat work. And I do want to let you know that I am an ordained pastor with United Church of Christ, and right now I'm in between parishes. So if you are concerned about being led astray during a Bible study or a spirit journaling type of thing, please put your mind at ease. That is not the way I like to do things. I don't want to lead you astray. What I like to do is not tell you what to think or what's, what things mean, whatever. I like to ask you questions, and together we see some different ways of interpreting the scripture, and what does it mean to us today? What is Spirit trying to say to us today through the ancient texts and through some new texts too? There are some new people writing on the market that are very poignant, very wise, that have a lot of wisdom to share with others, and Spirit-inspired wisdom. Where is that other jewel? I'm missing a white jewel here. What happened to that? Did it pop off? Let me get it. Haha. Here we go. Maybe I just saw it on there and thought it just fell. I don't know. Get one of those white quads out. That's what belongs right there. Hey, something looked funny. Come on, you. Here we go. Right there. All right. But anyway, what I like to do is a discussion-oriented thing. I like to hear the wisdom of the collective group and then let you decide for yourself what the scripture means to you. And to have a prayer practice that is meaningful, that opens you up to hearing God's voice in your heart. You don't need me to tell you what God is telling you. You can listen to God for yourself, and I like to open up opportunities and different ways for you and God to connect on ever deeper levels. So the purpose of this site, this YouTube channel, is, to give you some creative inspiration, to give you some tips and tricks for diamond painting, color therapy, so to speak, for all things creative and crafty with a little bit of inspiration mixed in. So this will be the inspiration part that I've been heading toward. And if you don't want the Christian content, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to click on it. You don't have to join in on that. I will not abandon the diamond painting end of things because I absolutely enjoy it, and it is my top hobby at the moment, and it's stress relieving. It's just an absolutely fabulous hobby, and I intend to continue doing it. And I hope you come along for the ride. Do it together. In the meanwhile. So anyway, that's what's going to be happening upcoming in the channel in the next few months. I have not yet started sending out the monthly Happy Mail like I wanted to. I'm still kind of recovering from mailing out all the boxes that people have won in November that I mailed to. I will be doing some destashes, but it will be more like I can't give them away right now. I really do need to recoup some of the cost so that I can stay on the air, and so that you end up with an inexpensive prize and I wind up with a little more room for the stash that is yet to come. I hope to continue getting Diamond Art Club sneak peeks to show you, And in doing so, I need a place to put them. Someplace, room to grow, room to do them, display them. I don't have that kind of room here in this little apartment. This is the front of my mom's house. I was explaining how my family, that part of my family's house is, but this house that I'm in now, the one up the yard, see, I'm jumping all over the place. I have ADD, and I do apologize that I jump around, but anyway, maybe you do too. Maybe you're following me. Okay. Anyway, the rest of this is, I'm in the front part of the farmhouse, which used to be my grandparents' side of the house when I was a child, because my parents, my brother and I, used to live in the back side of the house, the bigger side of the house, which is now where my mom is living alone and having her guest bedroom and her entertaining areas, her sunroom, which I have filmed in the past. And you've gotten glimpses of her beautiful sunroom. So, yeah. Anyway, she lives in the back of the house. And there for a while, when she wasn't feeling well, I really wanted to be there to check on things, to be very close to her, especially during COVID and thereafter. She didn't have COVID till much later, but I like to be here. I just like to be here. I like feeling my childhood still around me, happy childhood still around me. I like feeling my grandparents still here with me. And my kids grew up with my grandparents as babysitters, and they grew up all over our acreage. We have some field in the back. We used to have part of the field as a baseball diamond for the local kids, and when we were young, we had outdoor parties. We had outdoor camping back in the woods. A third of it of our property is wooded, and there's a little tiny kind of dry creek that runs through it. It didn't used to be dry, but it is now, however. And so we used to have camping. My parents' friends would come by and would camp out in the woods for a week over each summer. So fun, so much fun. Of course, we had outhouses then. We didn't have porta potties, and we had to carry our water. And anyway, well, that's neither here nor there. There used to be like places in this house where you could run from one side of the house to the other, and then show up and surprise somebody on the opposite side of the house. Like, where did you come from? That was a lot of fun. And I don't know that I really want to not live in the house up here. I live in my grandparents' part in the front of the building. But unfortunately, it's too close to the road. I mean, like, pretty much right outside my window is like 1 yard. And I mean the 36 inches, 1 yardstick to the road. And that's why you can hear it through the window here, which drives me absolutely nuts. So, yeah, here we go. So there's a lot on the property that I can take you and show you. I want to work this summer out with my granddaughter and take her out to the woods and rebuild one of the fire pits and with her. And, you know, roast some marshmallows or make some banana boats, that kind of thing. I'm looking forward to that together, so we can walk all the way out to the woods and get our exercise at the same time that we are having a good time together. That's what I want to do. That is definitely on my list for this summer. So maybe we'll take you along on some of those journeys so you can see what the property is like. You can see what brings me happiness here on the farm. We rent out the field third to a local dairy farmer who plants feed corn or alfalfa or soybeans, and he uses for feed. And in exchange, he comes and plows out our driveways when it gets snowy. The past couple years, I haven't had to worry about that too much, which is great, but you know, one of these days, we will have snow. Oh my goodness, it feels like my brain is working overtime at the moment. So how are we doing here on matching the other side? We're getting there, aren't we? I think I have plenty enough of these to go to do the whole butterfly, even after doing all the inside. Okay, and all the outside. All right, up here. And I promise I will turn you off and do some of the rest of this off camera so you don't have to hear me yammering away. I'm just so excited to have you here with me. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I mean that. I hope you can feel that. Oh my. Let's see. Okay. So far so good. Now I'm going to pull up the bottom half and see what we can do for the bottom half here. And I'm going to get the very center. I like those slivers, those dark blue slivers. Very, very nice. Now, not all of the gems or the ABs or the slivers or the crystals or whatever you want to call them, they don't come in all the available DMC colors like the regular drills do. They have only a special variety of them. So when you go to do your kit, you may not find the exact color you need. But if you know about what color you're replacing, Miss Tima will be able to help you come up with a comparable color choice. If it's not the exact same number, she will help you come up with a comparable color choice if you let her know that that's what you need. Okay. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Here we go. Now, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Everything crinkles. It was funny tonight at the answering service. One of the operators got yelled at. The funny thing is, she got yelled at when she asked the caller not to yell at her. I mean, the operator is keeping her composure while this lady was ranting and raving at her for something that is not her fault. And when she said, "Please don't yell at me," the caller yelled at her for asking that. And then we get some callers that just don't hear. They ask the same questions over and over. And sometimes that might be, you know, an unfortunate side effect of dementia or of medications, but more often than not, it's your average person who is just too intent on telling you what they want to tell you and not listening to what you have to say about their account or their questions that they're asking. And you're just trying to get their information that the company wants them to leave for them. Oh my. And they would rather rant and rave about something that's not going right. You can't do anything about that. So I'm just asking you to treat your answering service personnel like you would treat the real personnel in those offices. Maybe, you know, even better. Because we're just trying to go by what the company wants us to ask. And if you don't cooperate, we have to keep asking and asking and asking until it makes sense. And it just keeps you on the phone longer. So I ask that when you call a place and you get an answering service operator, let them lead you through the questions that the company that you are calling wants to know. Because until the operator gets those crucial pieces of information, they cannot let you off the phone. And now it's different if it accidentally hangs up in the middle of a phone call. Sometimes that happens. If you're in a car phone and your phone clicks out, be assured that your operator has taken as much of the information as you possibly can. And if you need to call back, go ahead and do so, because there's more than one person there in the office that can correct that information if you call back. Okay? You know, you might have to give them a little bit of the information just to get them started to find where your other message was. And then they can correct it. But other than that, just be on the line and just answer as requested. You'll get through faster. You'll get help faster. And you'll get better service from both the answering service and from the company that you are calling. We had one person, well, several of us got a call from a patient, and we're HIPAA compliant, so we don't share personal information or anything, but we ask certain questions because that's what the doctor wants to know as to why they're calling you back. Okay. Well, this person was told numerous times that the doctors do not allow us to call, to have them call in for prescriptions over the weekend, that they have to wait until Monday. It's not the doctor's fault that you didn't call in early enough. Sometimes it is the doctor's fault that the doctor's office's fault that they're, whomever promised to send in a prescription to the pharmacy didn't do that. So now it's the weekend, you're out of meds or whatever, and now you really do need to talk to the emergency doc to get a prescription filled because it is an emergency, like insulin or something like that. or an anti-seizure med or something of that sort. Okay, so it wasn't anything that important that this guy was calling in on. He was just making himself a pain in the neck. And we had to tell him that he'd have to call back Monday. He didn't like that. He called 3 or 4 times in a row, hoping to get a different operator each time. He got me twice. He got another operator, and he got another operator. And meanwhile, we're all in the same room. So we know what's going on with the other operators. We talk to each other. And during that time, we were all complaining about this guy and how he was rude and talking badly to us and cursing and belligerent and not taking the doctor's information, not taking the doctor's pronouncement, so to speak, whatever you want to call it, as gospel and doing as he was told by his doctor's office. So, anyway, finally he slides through one of the operators. We have a few remote, but Sue slides through one of the operators who didn't know he was being this way. So our lead operator called the doctor on call and said, "This is how this patient has been acting. Listen to this phone call on how he has been treating our operators." The doctor did call the patient back and said to him or her, "You must treat the answering operators as if they are staff in my office. They are an extension of my office. And if I hear of you treating my staff the way you treated this operator, or treat any other operator like this again, you will need to find another doctor's office, because they will no longer treat him." And we were like, oh my goodness, we've never had a doctor go to bat for us like that before. And it was wonderful to hear. And, you know, we treat this doctor's office like gold now. We did our best before, and we're very professional in what we do. So, you know, it was really, really neat to see that the doctors had our backs too. It was very comforting to know. Have you ever been a telephone operator? Have you ever had somebody yell at you over the phone? Have you ever been the one yelling over the phone, thinking that nobody's listening to you? But, you know, what are your experiences with some spam callers that don't take no for an answer? You know, put your stories down below. I'd love to read them. If you've ever had any interactions with on-call staff or answering services before. Not everybody has. People are used to those digital recording things. But some of us still give a very personal touch. And that's the way we like it. Anyway, if you had any experiences you'd like to share, email me at Wandasworkbasket@gmail.com or put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Alright, I'm coming down to the end of the white anyway. And believe me, I've been talking all night already. Let's see. Come on. I need to get some tea, bathe my throat, and work on this without chewing your ear off. I know it's been long enough already. Okay? But it looks like I am now finished all of the white sparkly drills. I'm going to pull you back. here we are. All right, so far. There, now you can see it without the glare. How about that? All right, I'm going to put in all the rest of the drills, and I will check back with you when it's all finished. I have my butterfly finished. The butterfly that I have, whoop, there's an extra drill falling out here. Now I want to show you, I want to point out where the special drills go, and then I'm going to show you it up close. The yellow pearls went here around the edges, okay, all around the outside edge. There weren't any in the inside edge. There were the white pearls inside of the butterfly on both sides. There was one black pearl here, and remember we took the magic marker underneath it and put black underneath there so that it wouldn't stick out. Then those were some of the special drills. Then we had these blue slivers, and I put them, they cover over 3 spots. So they're here, and the long part, the tail, I should say, there are some that are 2 together and some that are 1. All right, then there were there were purple squares as well, purple quads in the bottom of here and here and here and here. All right, then there were 3 different kind of AB drills. One was the white AB, and I replaced more white ABs than they said to. I replaced them all around the yellow beads here. I replaced every one of them within the butterfly, and I still had enough, so I still had some left over. Another one was the yellow ABs, and just pressing them down real good. They went around inside the butterfly, and I also used them around the flowers in here. I had enough that I used them around the flowers, around everywhere. And then there was the purple ABs, and they go around the white spots in here. Okay, so let me bring you in a little bit closer. I especially want to show you these the strips. They call them slivers. They go over 3 at a time, and sometimes they went over a little bit more than 3 at a time. Okay, and this is a round, and they are bigger than the squares. So if you do this on a square painting, you might find it goes over 4 instead of 3, or not quite. So that's, I would stick with the round, keeping them in the rounds. Okay, and I wanted to show you. They're here in the tail. You can see the blue ABs there. You can see the white with the purple ABs around it. You can see the yellow pearl with the white ABs around it. The yellow ABs in and around these little flowers and at the bottom. And I'm going to go back. You can see the yellow ABs really shine in the center. Yeah. And the top of the painting really, really shines, especially where the ABs are. And this is what the extra kit looks like that comes with it. It gives you all the instructions you need, and her video shows you as well. So I thought I'd let you know how this came out and complete this beautiful picture. Okay, again, this comes from DPwithSparklers.com. Shine bright. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Okay, so this is from Tina. and I thank you for, and guess what? I contacted Tina, and she said I could have a discount code, and I put it down in the description box below. So if you want to order from Tina and you haven't done so before, just to let her know that you've seen it here, you can use my discount code that is down in the description box below. Okay? If you can't see the description box, I'll put it across the screen here at the bottom. There you go. That's all you need to do this kit. And I thought it was fun. I really did. I think it was well worth the experience. Sometimes I had to really push to get some of them in, especially around the slivers, but in other ones it seemed to have a little too much space in between. But I really, really love how this came out, and I can't wait to frame it. Alright, Divas, thank you for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this little foray into special drills, and I wish you a happy and beautiful season. Bye, Divas.